Eric Paul from the Golchi here, and we're taking a look at the Carolina Panthers hosting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Week 18 of the NFL season. Now, it's pretty simple for Tampa Bay. If they win this football game, the Buccaneers will win the NFC South and host a playoff game. Carolina Panthers, now they would have the lock to be the number one seed in the draft order. However, they traded that pick away, so the Panthers no longer have anything to play for whatsoever except that they want to play spoiler in this one, which is actually a great situation to do so. Now, Baker Mayfield's had a great month of football in the month of December, but his last game against the Saints, he finally fell back down to earth, and he's actually dealing with a rib injury now, which is going to be very tough for him to come through against his Panthers defense that has actually been pretty good over the last month and a half of the season. They did not look great against Jacksonville and CJ Beathard, but that was a situation where they did not have any film on this quarterback who did not play many snaps this year. They were anticipating Trevor Lawrence, and then they had to pivot to Beathard, so it was a tough situation. However, this number just seems to be a bit of an overreaction. Of course, you have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who are the more talented football team, but the Carolina Panthers would love to play spoiler in this spot. If you take a look at where these two teams were not too long ago, the Carolina team in Tampa Bay, this was a matchup where the Buccaneers, as the home team, were just laying 3.5 points. Now, completely flipped the script to the Buccaneers being on the road, and they're laying 5.5. This seems to be an instance where the market is overreacting to a team that needs to win the football game against a team with absolutely nothing to play for. And that is creating some actual value on Carolina, and that's where we'd look to bet in this one. Here's the kicker. This is a shout out to TA Analytics who got me this stat. In the last 20 plus years, there are teams that need to win against teams that don't need to win for anything, that the game is meaningless. In those matchups over the last 2 weeks of the season, the teams with nothing to play for versus a team with everything to play for, those teams with everything to play for are just 37% against the spread over the final 2 weeks of the regular season, meaning that teams that need to play spoiler from a spread perspective, more often than not, at least play spoiler in said spread perspective. So we're not saying sprinkle the Panthers or anything like that, but we do think that there is value in taking the Panthers plus the points at home against the Buccaneers team who needs to win the NFC South. And if they lose, things get very complicated. The Buccaneers will probably not be playing any football. Make sure to keep an eye on Baker Mayfield and his rib injury because that's going to be huge for this matchup. But again, 5.5 points for the Buccaneers on the road in this key matchup is asking for way too much. For more picks and information, head on over to thegoldsheet.com for the newsletter. And for more picks, just the picks, wagertalk.com, the Gold Sheet team. We have a 4% NFL best bet up for this Sunday. We'll package that with our all access plays for Sunday. So best of luck with your bets this weekend and good luck. See you next time.